We believe experience and reason provide the best way, the best approach to living a happy and successful life. So, humanists don't believe in any gods. We don't believe in supernatural explanations for our existence. As Hamza referred to, we don't follow any sacred books. Not the Quran, not the Bible, not the teachings of Buddha, not the writings of Ron Hubbard or any others. We see humanism as being positive and constructive, supporting the welfare and well-being of all. We believe in a common humanity. People referred to here as brothers, but humanists would say that we're all brothers and sisters. We have a common humanity, that we share this, all people from all religions and no religion, that we have a common humanity, and that is the important thing. We believe in thinking based in reason, experience and evidence for the one life that we have. We see this as positive and constructive. So I suppose let me move to the motion. This house believes there is no God. I'd always prefer to be speaking a positive case for humanism, the kind of things we believe in, but humanists are associated with believing in no God, and that is actually correct. But I don't consider myself to be an atheist. What a sad life that would be, to spend your life thinking about what you don't believe in. As I say, we believe in a positive, moral approach to life, about doing good, about helping our communities. So I'm a humanist. But, as I say, be no doubt humanists don't believe any gods. We think there is no afterlife. There are no heavens, there are no hells. There are no rewards after death. There are no punishments after death. This is it. This is what we have. This is the one life we have. We see no angels. We see no supernaturally inspired miracles. We feel that there have never been any of these miracles, that they do not happen. This is the one life we have. We have to live a good life. Work for our fellow human beings now. We have to work every day to have a fulfilled, decent, caring, good life, enjoying ourselves, well, that's important, and supporting others, and doing it now. There are no rewards in any hereafter, as far as we are concerned. I suppose it comes down to, how do we know anything exists? I suppose you could always say, do I exist here? I don't know. A lot of philosophical points raised. I suppose you'd say I exist, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, okay, good. We could say, for example, a book exists. I can see it, open it, touch it. I can cry because of it. I can laugh because of its contents. I can say a bacterium or a virus exists. I can see it through a microscope, electron microscope. I can see the effect of the disease. I can do tests which tell me which type of virus it is. We can develop antiviral drugs. We strongly believe that there's a new type of flu, and we're trying to develop a vaccine to combat that. Of course, I can't hold one in my hand and show it to you. But in other ways, through microscopy, through the evidence of what that virus actually does, we believe there is such a virus. And we can see that people have died from it. Love exists. We can feel love. We can see its consequences. We know we feel love. We can't see it, but it's there. What are people claiming when they claim there is a God? Well, I don't think they're just claiming that there's some supernatural, invisible being that exists. They are claiming that this entity exists. Have a seat somewhere. They're claiming that this entity exists and that it is actually all-powerful, and that it influences and affects the real world of our lives, your life, the lives of others. I think that would be correct. That is what people are claiming. Not only that, people say that God is good. To show that such a God exists, so I'm going to get rid of this. These people must show that it can be experienced by the common senses, and they must be able to show that there are clear cause and effects relationships which involve this God, and that this God is good. Not only this, it must be accepted by the reason-based community. Such a demonstration, not the majority of people, as showing that something is true requires demonstration, interpretation and reason. And I would say No such reason and experience-based demonstration has been presented. You see, I've never seen any God. I haven't seen the God of Islam. I haven't seen the Christian God. Maybe you'd say they're going to be the same thing, I don't know. I haven't seen any Hindu gods. I haven't seen the sun gods of Egypt, the Norse gods, the Greek gods, the Roman gods. I've never had any reason in my life to think that any of these gods are present and have taken action on anything. I wasn't going to show you a clip, I suppose, when I came here. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I've got something here. Right. When the tsunami came and took the children from the beaches of India and Sri Lanka, where was this God? Where was this good God? Could not this all-powerful being come and have saved the children playing on the beach? What wrong thing had those children done in their life to deserve that? To be taken by a tsunami wave? When Nazi soldiers lined up Jewish men and women and children in front of ditches or led women and babies into gas chambers, could this God not have saved them, or looked after them, or done something? When Bosnian Serbs massacred young Muslim men and boys in Srebrenica, where was this God? I'm afraid the answer is nowhere. Because there is no God, there are no gods. If we want to sort these things out, we have to do it ourselves, in the one life we have. If we want to look after people, it's up to us to do it. The tsunami, well, if people had invested some money and some technology to monitor the wave flows in the Indian Ocean, maybe 200,000 people wouldn't have died. But the action wasn't taken. But it could have been taken. But humans failed and didn't take the necessary action. I just want to come back to a point that Hamza did make. I don't think the German people did get together. You know, only 33% of Germans ever voted for the Nazis. You know, 2/3 of them didn't. There are a lot of good German people, and I'm sure you'd agree with that, Hamza. So, but I just wanted to point out the fact there was no racial coming together. Millions of people opposed the Nazis, and millions of Germans did, and they died, and put in prison concentration camps themselves in their opposition. But there you go. The only way to get help, the only way to act to save people, to care for people, to look after them, is to do it yourself. To express love and care yourself, to take action yourself with others, to act within your community, society, to get things done. No God's going to help you ever, because there is no God there. What is presented as evidence comes from ancient books, the Quran, other texts from ancient Egypt, the Christian, the Jewish Bible, all of which present a range of counts. Of course, these books are said to have been written by gods or divinely inspired by gods. And so, of course, they say there is a God. But then we get into a circular argument. It goes round and round in circles. The book says there is a God, but the book was written by God. So you would never get out of that circle, frankly, if that is the evidence that's going to be taken. I would say, most importantly, these books are designed largely to get ordinary people behave, but more importantly to do as they're told. I'm not going to give any quotes from the Quran because I don't think I know it well enough. It might be seen as being a bit rude. But I think Islam means submission. Is that fair to say? Yes, correct me if I'm wrong. I would say there's nothing to submit to. I would say don't submit to anybody. Not priests, professors, imams, gods, queens, sheikhs. Never submit. We must rule our own worlds. To whom is submission really being given anyway? Well, maybe I'll discuss that later on. Given that there are no gods, why do so many people apparently believe there is, or at least belong to and support groups which believe in gods and promote the idea that this entity exists? Well, let's start from the personal point of view. Why do people who believe in God believe in gods? Let's take a fairly obvious statement. Children who are born in Islamic countries, in Islamic societies, with Muslim parents, are very likely to end up as Muslims. I'm sure you'd agree with that, believing in God and the Prophet Muhammad. But if you